Greetings, fellow entrepreneurs. Have you been stuck in a rut recently? Has your latest startup failed? Your latest relationship dusted away? Something the uninitiated of you may not know about business is that getting inspiration doesn't just come from real life gods like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or PewDiePie, but delicate analysis of movies and TV. Don't fret, I'm something of a professional movie critic. Today's subject, Dan Gilroy's 2014 epic Nightcrawler, offers a large amount of legitimate advice for the aspiring economic understander, and I'm here to spread it all out for you. First off, this is a space for real men. So if you can't handle the hardcore messaging, I'm sorry. See, I just subverted your expectations. This is called subverting expectations, a major sign of the entrepreneurial spirit. And when I say real men, I mean anyone who believes in themselves, another sign of the entrepreneurial spirit. We are introduced to our protagonist and friend, Lou Bloom, when he is accosted by a suspicious man who claims to be a security officer. Lou acts calmly and friendly-like until necessary, when he gently dispatches the man. You may see this and say it's excessive, but what's really excessive is private military members harassing a free man for wandering through empty property. This is a perfect introduction to Lou. It lets you know he's ready to go against giant forces if that's what's right. What if Lou, instead of being a lost man, was a lost little girl? Think of how scared this tyrant would have made her. The visual disgusts me. As an entrepreneur, you must remember that while you are trying to get rich, more so you are trying to help society. Next, Lou is seen attempting to sell some found goods to his local scrapyard. He is shown to have extreme patience, be very reasonable, and barter rationally, all key parts of an entrepreneur's life. He even proposes himself as a potential worker, with a well-prepared speech advertising his willingness to learn and grow, another sign of the entrepreneurial spirit. The working man, let's call him Silly Bob Thornton, is unwilling to barter, only accepting the initial price he stated for the goods. He rejects Lou's generous offer. Even after this, Lou expresses with just his face that he has learned from this interaction, not letting the rejection slow him down. Unlike Silly Bob Thornton, who shows a true misunderstanding of how to run a business, I'd say it's likely his scrapyard failed mere days after this interaction. Driving home, a car crash catches Lou's eyes, causing him to pull over to do what I can only presume is help the victim. He is interrupted when two Nightcrawlers pull up to record the blazing carnage. To be an entrepreneur is to be astute, so obviously Lou realizes this is their job, to record incidents like this for TV. He has a brief conversation with one of the men in which he learns that they are independent from any one TV network, instead selling their footage to the highest bidder. The entrepreneur deep inside you could tell right away how good of a gig this is, although the man Lou speaks to talks badly of his work, foreshadowing that he is not as serious about it as he should be, leading to his eventual obsolescence. A vastly relatable event to any true entrepreneur is when you encounter an unreasonable person, unwilling to give you what you want. Lou faces this many times throughout the film, with it happening yet again in this pawn shop. Lou describes exactly why his bike is worth so much, with him giving a perfect offer from the owner's perspective, that being him receiving an $8,000 bike for a measly $2,500, but the owner is unwilling to go higher than $700. What may be unexpected to you, the low-level entrepreneur, is that Lou, the high-level entrepreneur, does manage to arrive at a deal good enough for him. He proposes $800 in store credit, enough to get himself the police scanner and camera he uses to kickstart his, as we will see, incredibly successful business. Starting out, Lou has a light amount of trouble. He can't be the god of everything with no experience after all. A few hostile police officers don't slow him down, although a hardcore camera mob may, for a brief moment. His first placement comes in the form of a carjacking victim, video of him being treated specifically. He secures this with his excellent, as always, advertisement of himself. When the newswoman says they are already getting footage of the incident, Lou speaks to the quality of his own footage before bluffing that he is leaving the room. This brings the newswoman to quickly look over his footage to assure the best story for her broadcast, as she is a fellow entrepreneur. Lou describes himself as a quick learner, something innate to his entrepreneurial personality, something to aspire towards. After his first placement, Lou is destined for greatness. His constant willingness to listen makes him borderline godlike as a worker. Lou proceeds to grow his enterprise, interviewing a man, Rick, to be an employee working under him. Rick is a homeless man that Lou graciously helps by offering him $30 a night for what was originally meant to be an unpaid internship. This is as far as I need to directly follow the film to showcase just how much there is to learn from Lou Bloom. By the ending of the film, Lou is the king of nightcrawling in Los Angeles, even if there were a few speed bumps along the way. As an entrepreneur, the most major things to take from Lou are his unwillingness to give up even when faced with major challenges, the fact that he is always open to listen and learn, how direct he is when speaking of his intent, his constant advertisement of himself, the fact that he is working in a field that he loves, his willingness to do what's right, even if difficult. If you work hard, I'm sure you can achieve as much success as Lou Bloom, for you are an entrepreneur.